Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Melanie. My registration number is A1M21947. I am from class A 2019 and from group 5. Well, my group material is tell about gerund versus present participle. My part just focus on the present participle as the verb, but just to remembering you the definition of gerund. Gerund is the verb added by ing or verb plus ing and function as a noun. For example, cooking, swimming, singing, and dancing. Present participle. The present participle is the verb with added ing or verb plus ing. Present function. This participle can be a verb as well as an adjective. We'll move to my part, present participle as a verb. If we encounter a verb or verb plus ing and the verb plus ing is used together with to be or is located after to be, is, are, was, were, been, then the verb plus ing is the present participle which function as verb. Well, I have some example. The sentence is Tom and Jerry are fighting because of food. Tom and Jerry as subject are fighting as verb. You can see that we add ing in the end of the verb and we have to be are before the verb. Next example. He is reading a novel. He as subject is reading as verb. You can also say it as present progressive because it's telling you that action is taking place now and he's still doing it. But we are going to focus on the present participle form of the verb. Take a look at the example above. After to be there is verb plus ing. The verb plus ing function is a verb because it comes after to be. Usually we use the present participle which function as a verb, which is the present or past continuous tense, the present perfect continuous tense, and many more. Well, to make sure that you guys already know and already understand about the present participle as a verb, I have some exercise. So let's do the exercise with me. The question is the children blah 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 fun in the class. The choices is A now, B having, C is having, and D are having. Where is the correct answer? Let's see the question. The children is subject. So now we must to find the verb. The choices. A now. Is that now is a verb? No, now is not a verb. B having. Is that having is verb? Yes, of course, but to make a present participle as a verb, we must to have to be, and having didn't have to be. Let's see, C and D is having and are having. Between this, where is the correct answer? C again the question. The children. Children mean more than one. It means subject is plural. I'm sorry. So the subject is plural. Between is having and are having. Where's the correct? Yeah, the correct answer is are having because the subject is plural. Before I close, I will give some conclusion. The conclusion is the present participle which function as a verb is if the verb plus ing come after to be. I think that's all my presentation. Sorry if I have mistake, and I will close by wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ilham Toisan and I am from group 5. So in this video I'm going to explain about present participle as adjective. What is present participle? Present participle is a word formed by adding the suffix ing to the base form bare infinitive, basic form of the verb. The present participle's main function can be a verb or an adjective. Next, when do we use the present participle? First, to construct the continuous tense. Oke, jadi present participle ini juga digunakan untuk menggabungkan continuous tense. Second, as an adjective. Third, after certain verb, setelah verb tertentu. Fourth, describe the past. Jadi present participle ini juga digunakan untuk mendeskripsikan masa yang telah lampau. Oke, contoh present participle di dalam sebuah kalimat. First example, I am a working man. I am a working man. Kata working di sini adalah present participle. Subjeknya adalah I. Okay. Second example, that dancing girl is my friend. Sama seperti sebelumnya. Di sini ada kata dancing. Oke, jadi kata dancing di sini adalah present participle. Oke, contoh yang ketiga, there is crying girl over there. Sama seperti contoh yang kedua, di sini ada kata crying. Oke, jadi kata crying di sini adalah present participle. Oke. Present participle as adjective. Contoh present participle as adjective. The first example, the girl smiling at me is my sister. Oke, seperti yang kita lihat di contoh yang pertama di sini ada kata smiling. Kata smiling ini adalah present participle adjective. Sedangkan the girl di sini, di mana the girl? The girl di sini adalah subject. Objeknya ini adalah sister. Oke. Contoh yang kedua, I have a talking doll. Saya mempunyai boneka yang dapat berbicara. Kata talking di sini adalah present participle as adjective. Karena kenapa? Karena setelah kata talking itu ada doll. Doll di sini adalah noun. Oke. Contoh yang ketiga. He was talking to that smiling girl. Oke. Pada contoh yang ketiga ini terdapat dua verb ing di dalam satu kalimat. Yaitu ada kata talking and smiling. Oke, apakah keduanya ini termasuk present participle adjective? Oke, kita bahas satu-satu. Pertama ada kata smiling. Smiling di sini adalah present participle adjective. Karena kenapa? Karena setelah kata smiling itu ada noun girl. Oke. Sedangkan kata verb talking di sini bukan present participle adjective karena sebelum kata talking itu ada to be was. Ada to be was. Jadi kata talking di sini adalah sebagai action verb. Oke. Contoh yang keempat. The virus spreading around the world has forced us to stay at home. The virus spreading. Oke. Jadi kata spreading di sini adalah sebagai present participle as adjective. The fires di sini adalah subjeknya, sedangkan kata kerjanya itu, verbnya itu adalah has force. Oke. Oke, itulah tadi pembahasan mengenai present participle as adjective. Saya akhiri dengan ucapan Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Abdurrahman Sahidin and my registration number is A1M219049. Okay, so today we are going to study about gerund. So the gerund is ing form of verb ing that takes position as noun like loving, studying, etc. So our topics today are gerunds as subject, gerunds as object, gerunds as the modifier of the noun, and gerunds as object of preposition. Gerunds as subject. Gerunds as subject is the gerund which is located at the beginning of the sentence. Gerunds are often used as subject in sentences to discuss activities, habits, facts, or opinions. Gerunds are always singular. For example, reading is not my hobby. Swimming is better than running. So, reading and swimming are subject which are located at the beginning of the sentence. Reading and swimming are telling the activities as subject. Okay, gerunds as object. Gerunds as the object is the gerund which is located at the end of sentence or after verb. For example, I like traveling. Do you like shopping? So traveling and shopping are object. Traveling and shopping are activities that someone often do and placed after verb like. So for the third, gerunds as the modifier of the noun. So gerunds as the modifier of the noun is gerund placed before the noun explains the function of the noun that follows the gerund, or the gerund tells what the noun is for. For example, the drawing book is on the table. The swimming pool has many people. So drawing and swimming explain the function of book and pool. Next, gerunds as object of preposition. Gerunds as object preposition lies after the preposition like for, before, without, in, at, after, etc. For example, the soft rag is used for dusting. Are you able to remember all the facts without Googling? So, dusting and Googling are gerunds as object that lies after the preposition for and without, but the function is still same as object. So, okay, thank you. That's all from me. The last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Narbiande. Saya akan memberikan penjelasan tentang gerund di poin 5 dan 6. Sebelumnya saya akan menjelaskan apa itu gerund. Gerund adalah verb atau kata kerja yang berfungsi sebagai noun atau kata benda. Gerund dibentuk dari verb yang berakhiran ing. Seperti ini. Contohnya itu ada banyak, seperti dancing, cooking, thinking, coming, speaking, dan lain-lain. Di poin 5 itu ada gerund as a short prohibition atau gerund sebagai larangan singkat. Contohnya itu seperti no parking in this area, atau dilarang, artinya dilarang parkir di area ini. Next, no cheating on exam, artinya dilarang menyontek pada saat ujian. No swimming in this pool, dilarang berenang di kolam ini. Ini sering kita temukan di tempat umum seperti rumah sakit dan lain-lain. Sekarang kita pindah di poin 6. Gerund after possessive adjective. Jadi gerund setelah possessive adjective. Jadi yang possessive adjective itu kata ganti kepunyaan atau kepemilikan. Untuk yang belum tahu, possessive adjective itu yang seperti ini. I'm sorry. Dia itu my, your, his, her, our, their. John itu nama orang yang ditambahkan s. Students, its. Contoh kalimatnya, my refusing to help made him disappointed. Ya, jadi gerundnya yang saya garis bawahi. Your writing skill is amazing. Her leaving made me sad. I don't understand his speaking. His coming in Indonesia is very important. John's cooking is that. Our meeting is today. I could hear their crying. I have a bird and I love its singing. Saya kira itu saja. Terima kasih. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hafiza. My registration number is A1M219-055. And here I will explain about gerund after certain verbs and gerund as a positive. Nah, sebelum kita masuk ke materi pertama, yaitu gerunds after certain verbs, kita harus mengetahui apa itu gerund after certain verbs. Dalam bahasa Inggris, ada kata kerja tertentu yang apabila ingin menambahkan kata kerja di depannya atau sesudahnya itu, maka kata kerja tersebut haruslah ditambahkan dengan gerund atau verb ing atau suffix ing. Di sini saya akan memberikan daftar kata tertentu atau kumpulan kata-kata tertentu dari gerund after certain verbs. Nah, ini dia kumpulan atau daftar kata-katanya. Di sini terdapat dislike, forget, regret, and discuss, admitted, dan lain-lainnya. Nah, untuk lebih memahami apa itu gerund after certain verbs, saya akan memberikan contoh kalimatnya. Nah, di sini saya memberikan contoh yaitu I admitted stealing the money. Karena admitted di sini adalah kata kerja khusus atau kata kerja tertentu, maka kata kerja di depannya haruslah gerund atau ditambahkan dengan suffix ing yaitu stealing. Nah, kemudian ada contoh keduanya yaitu I regret telling him my secret. Nah, regret di sini adalah kata kerja khusus dari gerund after certain verbs, sehingga kata kerja sesudahnya itu harus ditambahkan dengan suffix ing atau verb ing, yaitu telling. Kemudian ada contoh terakhir yaitu I dislike driving long distance. Karena dislike di sini merupakan kata khusus atau kata tertentu yang harus diikuti oleh gerund, maka verb sesudahnya itu haruslah ditambahkan dengan ing yaitu driving. Nah, itulah yang disebut dengan gerund after certain verbs. Kemudian kita masuk ke materi yang kedua yaitu gerund as appositive. As appositive di sini merupakan gerund oposisi atau merupakan kalimat penegasan. Nah, sebagai contohnya saya akan memberikan kalimat yaitu his method shooting and killing eventually come to an end. Nah, yang menjadi gerund as appositive-nya di sini adalah killing and shooting. Nah, kemudian kita masuk ke contoh keduanya yaitu their favorite exercise swimming in the pool. Yang menjadi gerund as appositive-nya di sini adalah swimming. Contoh terakhirnya yaitu she has a bad habit gambling. Nah, di sini yang menjadi gerund as appositive adalah gambling. Saya kira hanya itu yang dapat saya sampaikan. Lebih dan kurangnya mohon dimaafkan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.